Welcome to Three Hungry Guys. I'm really excited about today's episode because we're filming with one of the top chefs in the Triangle, Giorgios Bakatsias. He's been cooking here for about 30 years. I have my co-host Tu today and my best friend and partner Herman, and we actually met in one of Giorgios' restaurants 10 years ago, and it's been a love affair ever since. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode.
Today we're at Kipos, delicious, fresh Greek food. We're really excited because it's not only good tasting food, but it's food that's good for you.
And you know, most people, when they think of Greek food, most of them, they think of a gyro. This is anything but. Fresh, simple ingredients that they grow in their gardens. We've eaten at a bunch of Giorgios restaurants. We've Parazad, Vin Rouge, Vin 54, ton of restaurants that he's produced that have great food. And so we're gonna take you on a little tour of that and have a good time. So I'm in the kitchen today with Chef Giorgios Bakatsias, a James Beard nominee, and he's been cooking in the Triangle for 30 years. And he's gonna take us today to show you how to make a great, authentic Greek meal. Very simplistic. We're gonna have a kale salad, we're gonna do some moussaka, and some tzatziki.
Welcome everyone. It's a great honor because you're close to my heart. The Kipos is part of a restaurant that's based on the perfect ingredient and authentic Greek culture. The dish today is moussaka. So moussaka is influenced in all the Mediterranean areas, but also it's been part of the Middle East, and it's a great dish that's recognized for many cultures. So the ingredients that I chose today are seared potato. Just basically you can use your favorite potato, just lightly sear it without much grease, just a little salt, pepper. You have eggplant that we sear, ground beef that we're getting ready to cook, pound and a half. The other ingredient is going to be kale, which comes straight from my garden, lots of herbs, a lot of different greens right now. I love greens, so we're going to do that with a spicy, citrusy vinaigrette. And then of course tzatziki, Greek yogurt, cucumbers, fennel. That's going to be part of the third dish. So let's start with the moussaka. So natural fresh ground beef. We're going to start with a little extra olive oil. First you want to get the onions soft and tender.
So let me ask a question. Why do you keep the herbs in that colander then?
It's so you don't have to eat it and break your tooth. Okay, so we have the ground beef, and now you have so many wonderful local ingredients. Of course, Kipos means garden, so the name garden implies that in a village where we grew up, we cook from the garden. And I think that's a beautiful moment today that everybody likes to know that where the ingredients come from, and rightfully so. So we're fortunate in Chapel Hill area, we have an enormous amount of selection of gardens and vegetables. Of course, some of my gardens produce a lot of the vegetables. Now we're working with the onions and the ground beef together, a little more seasoning into it, and some fresh pepper. Olga likes to use some of their finest Greek wine. We do have in Greece an amazing red wine, so we deglaze it a little bit with some good wine and let that simmer. While that's cooking, we're gonna start layering the casserole. Of course, we don't have to oil the casserole or put olive oil on there. It's very natural to keep all the ingredients. You have some moisture from the potato, and potato also absorbs some of the flavors. And once you layer the potato there, it becomes a great base for building this dish. Also, we're in the South, so if you want to play around with sweet potatoes, try it. I've tried it before, and it's it's not classical, but it does work. This is Yukon Gold. We put some kefalotiri, which is absorbs some of the flavor and also pulls a lot of the ingredients together. And now we have the eggplant that we peeled. You don't want to cook the eggplant with too much oil. So very little oil when you're cooking it. We layer into that as well inside.
Now, can eggplant sometimes be bitter? How do you keep the bitterness out of the eggplant?
When we grill it, you put a lot of sea salt and let it sit for a while. It kind of takes the bitterness out. We have a little tomato in the dish. It gives a little moisture. It's good. You can put tomato paste sometimes if you don't have fresh tomato. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let it drain a little bit. You want to distinguish all of the layers. When you're eating moussaka, you want to make sure you're tasting everything in the moussaka. At the same time, we want to start some heavy cream. There's two ways to make moussaka. You can do it with bechamel. The way we're going to do it today is heavy cream goat cheese, like a souffle style. We're going to season that. Use some wonderful local goat cheese. We have lots of it here in Chapel Hill. Acorn squash is a wonderful vegetable this time of year in the fall. Now we start layering It's a beautiful dish that you can cook ahead of time. You can enjoy your friends, your company, and that's a wonderful preparation of a casserole. If you're vegan or vegetarian, you can do this without meat. Of course, you just continue layering cheese and vegetables, so you could alter it a little bit and not put meat at all. But at the same time, when you have friends around and you want to make a big dish of this and not have to worry about cooking that moment your friends are entertaining, so you put that in the oven, and 20 minutes later at 375 it's ready to go and you have an amazing dish. Mizitra, it's a beautiful aromatic cheese, similar to Parmesan with lots of flavor. We'll put that at the end as well. Anybody want a blue or a brown egg? Let's do one of each. I have to thank and honor my great chicken. You know, there's nothing better than waking up in the morning finding your own eggs. Let's go ahead and finish that up. So you can start, you see in the eggs start thickening up already. It's got the beautiful yolk from the local Giorgios eggs. There you go, let's play with a little more that cheese there. We're ready to go in the oven, 375 for about 25 minutes. You can see how simple it is to make a great dish at home just by starting with honest ingredients. How about a nice salad? Salad, I keep it very simple. I like the best olive oil in the world, so we're very fortunate in Greece because we have some of the greatest olive oil. I think it's great to have some grapes in this salad. You don't always have to drink the grapes, you can eat the grapes, you know.
I like drinking mine.
You like to
Yeah,
drink yours?
I like
So
drinking.
I started with some olive oil. I like a good dressing, especially with these greens because they're strong. So I'll go about 50-50. So that means 50% acid, 50% olive oil. We have some of the best vinegar in the world. Is like from a sweeter wine, from a late harvest wine. Incredible vinegar. We have some lemon juice, which is one of my favorite ingredients that I squeezed ahead of time. So we'll put that there. You know, when you have olive oil that's that good, you see it started already to emulsify. It doesn't take long. Some salt and pepper. I like to start cutting some of these grapes in half. Also in my salad, I like some orange segments, some fennel, and of course you have some pomegranates. Pomegranate is wonderful because when we grew up, we used to play with them, and you can get a white shirt red very quickly. I squeeze it. I like the juice of it. And then I give it a little love tap on the back. So now we have this amazing ingredients. Look at that. You got the beautiful pink. I like to give it a little punch of orange. I don't use sugar in my vinaigrettes. I use the balance of citrus. So 50-50 olive oil, acid, 50% 50. Orange segments, good for vitamin C this time of year in the fall. Wonderful grapes, fennel, pomegranate. We have a killer salad. My body loves greens, so right now in my garden there's kale, there's all kinds of endive, all kinds of wonderful arugula. We have a mixture of all these greens. We'll put it inside the vinaigrette here we have, and we gently toss it, a little sea salt. We have leftover some wonderful seared squash, which is beautiful this time of year for roasted. Beautiful salad. The grapes, the pomegranates. Instead of croutons, instead of you have this wonderful pomegranate, so they give you that crunch, they give you this zest for life. A perfect salad for any day of the year. Tzatziki is almost like the Greek flag, the Greek national flag, so it's a fantastic accompaniment for fish, for meat, for anything you desire to have. So she's saying the moussaka is about there. You can tell the loving bubbles that are coming out of the moussaka. What the ingredients for tzatziki is cucumber, but you need to drain the water from there in order to maintain the body, the texture, the integrity of the tzatziki. So we have the ground tzatziki, the best yogurt in the world, Greek yogurt, a half a cup of cucumber right there. So we incorporate both of them together. It's very simple, very easy. Some people like garlic. The oil gives it a balance, so give a couple of teaspoons of oil in there. We have one of my greatest ingredients here, which I love a lot in food. It's a great to have dill because it wakes your palate up. Spectacular, it's very refreshing. Okay, we got nice tzatziki ready to go, moussaka ready to go. We have a great salad ready to go. Is this the perfect olive oil bread? Our bakery at Kipos makes fantastic. Look how light, how crusty. Food becomes medicine, like the ancient Socrates and philosophers said, let food be medicine, medicine be food. You have to honor that. What you put in your body does matter.
Okay, so we're about to enjoy this great feast that Giorgio prepared for us. The salad, the moussaka, the tzatziki, the phyllo dough that his sister made, and the spanakopita, Greek meatball keftedes. And we also have a chicken dish with lemon-infused chicken. Now, most people in the U.S., when they say Greek salad, they're used to getting lettuce. But a true Greek salad, there is no lettuce. It's just the feta,
yes.
the ingredients, fresh tomatoes, cucumber, Kalamata olives, onions. We also have a great branzino coming to the table that's being prepared right now.
Before you guys came to Kipos, what was your initial thoughts on Greek food and Greek culture?
We've eaten a lot of Greek authentic food, so we're kind of familiar with it.
Before I came here, I was like, Greek food to me is limiting, but coming here, there's just a variety of everything for everyone.
So one thing that's great about the Greek culture, they're all about the seafood in the Mediterranean Sea. Tons of great seafood. I mean, it is super fresh.
One of the things about Greek food or Mediterranean food is that it is one of the healthiest kind of food you can eat. Yeah,
Your weakness.
My weakness is bread.
His is bread, hers is desserts, and mine
yours
is wine.
You know, when I was in China, they would tell us we gotta eat the head.
The last dish we're going to try was the one we made in the kitchen, the moussaka.
Very moussaki.
What does
Ground
that even
beef.
mean? What does that even mean?
It's a lot of moussaka.
Yeah.
Very moussaki.
The cheese, the goat cheese sauce on top, the potatoes, the eggplant, and
Lots of layers.
yeah, and the acorn squash. Looks great. It's like almost like a lasagna. It's like a comfort food.
Yeah, it's like a lasagna.
Almost like on a cold night, you just want to have a glass of this, glass of wine with this, and snuggle in front of the TV, and you're good to go.
The fact that he gets everything from his garden is amazing. Most restaurants just buy produce or whatever from who knows where.
And it's about the passion he shows for the food and eating. And that's why he's one of the top chefs in the Triangle. So we're at my favorite part of the show.
Drinking.
Yes, we love that part.
You can't go to Kipos without getting the Giorgio. It's vodka, it's lemon, it's honey thyme syrup, and rosemary bitter.
But what I really like, you know, when you think of wine, you think of, especially European wine, you think Italy, France. You never think of Greek wines. I don't know if I've ever drank a Greek wine before I came here. We've had some wonderful Greek wines. I've been drinking this one white wine that I really love.
You drank the entire bottle.
I had help. If you're into wines, you should just come here to try a little variety of something you haven't tried. Because like I said, I'm into wines, but I've never really thought about Greek wines at all. But coming here, they're really good. So we've had a great time at Kipos. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we do. And we'll see you next time on Three Hungry Guys. Ciao. Welcome to Three Hungry Guys. I'm really excited about today's... the boom boxers.
Just keep going.
Let's start over. Wait, let this guy pass.